afternoon. Good afternoon, the great teachers of Akwa Ibom Secondary School and the great students of this school. We from the Ascending Health Foundation, a non-governmental organization, we are here to educate you on the need to keep yourself clean when you're menstruating as a girl, the menstrual hygiene. And nutshell, we are here to educate you on this, but in addition to that, we also render some hygienic services, rather oral hygiene, to the boys. The boys are going to go home with a toothbrush and toothpaste. So pay up attention, and at the end of the day, you'll be happy for it. And I believe you're going to give us your full attention. The great students of Ikono Ibom, are you going to give us full attention? Yes. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, the great teachers. All right. Now I want to introduce the first speaker, who is Dr. Neka.
Today we are going to be talking about menstrual hygiene. So menstrual hygiene, now there's so much grammar about it, so I'm just going to break it down as simple as possible. It's a situation. First of all, we talk about menstruation or menses. What is menses or what is menstruation? Do we know what it is? Do we know? One person, just tell me, what is it? One person, what do you think it is? It's a period where at a particular time in the month of a woman, of a girl child, blood begins to flow from her vagina. Okay? Simply put, that time when at a particular time in the month, blood begins to flow from the vagina of a girl child. Now, it's not something for anybody to be shy about. Okay? Why we're including both boys and girls is because it's also important for the boys to know about it. All right? Why? Because we also have sisters, don't we? We have sisters, we have mothers, and in the future we'll have wives, we'll have daughters, isn't it? So this is the time for everybody to know about it. And there's no reason for anybody to be shy about it. Okay? So menstruation is that time in the month, in the life of a girl child or a female, where blood begins to flow from her body, from her vagina, out. Now, this menstruation can only happen from the age of puberty. Puberty is that period in the life of a girl child when the physiological, where she has attained, some certain physiological developments, but also psychological development too. Okay, in her body, our reproductive organs, are well developed. Okay, to the state that she can begin to take on reproductive, activities. Do we understand what I'm saying? Puberty occurs both in males and in what? Females. So when the girl child has reached that age of puberty, and what are the signs of puberty? We see hair growth in the axilla, in the armpit. Okay, development of the breast. The breast begins to develop. There's also hair growth in the pubic region. Okay, for the boys, their voice begin to change. They start having hairs, their hairs in the armpits, in the pubic region too. Their physical to become well developed muscularly. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so it occurs in both male and female. So for a woman or a girl, when she gets to that age of puberty, at certain age, depending on individual, the menses will come. The menses will do what? Will come or start. So what causes the menses to occur is that the body changes, especially the reproductive organ of that female starts to experience some changes. Now, there's what we call the menstrual cycle. Okay? It's broken down into phases. All right? Menstrual phase first, then the follicular phase, there's ovulation, and then the luteal phase. Now, during that menstruation phase, that's when, before the menstruation phase, everything takes place in the uterus of the female. Does a man have uterus? Does a man have uterus? Another name for uterus is what? Womb. Is womb. Do we know that? Okay. So, all those changes takes place in the womb. Okay? So now in the womb, the lining of the womb, okay, starts developing. There's building up of blood tissues, spongy tissues in the womb that allows that build up is to ensure that when ovulation, the eggs that the woman releases during ovulation phase, okay, that egg that is matured egg that is released, if it's fertilized, it will be implanted in the womb for pregnancy to take place. Okay, so now during the cycle, the follicular phase, the ovaries, a woman in the reproductive system of the woman, there's the ovaries, 2 ovaries connected to the uterus, is building up with bloody tissues and a lot of chemicals, of hormones are being secreted. The female hormones is also secreted, which helps in the building up of the endometrial lining. Okay. Now, if that endometrial lining builds up and after the egg is released and tissues, that's why when some people menstruate, they see bloody clots and some little tiny debris of tissues that are flown out as menses. Okay? So when it flows out, that act is called menstruation. Do we now understand? Okay? Now, so now we've known about what happens before menses takes place. The eggs mature, they get in the follicular stage, have good personal hygiene, okay, which is good, or which will help her to stay healthy. Do we understand? Those activities carried out, okay, to ensure that a woman observe good personal hygiene during the menstruation period. Simply put, that is menstrual hygiene. So what are those activities? What are those activities? Okay? First and foremost is the use of the right menstrual products. The right menstrual what? Product. Now, before we go there, we want to know why do we have to observe menstrual hygiene? Why is it important to observe menstrual hygiene? Why? Who can tell me? Is it important to observe menstrual hygiene? Why is it important? Who can tell me? Do you understand what menstrual hygiene is all about? I said those things, those activities that we carry out, those things that we do to ensure that during our menstruation period, we attain good personal hygiene, okay? Which is good for our well-being, our healthful well-being. So failure to observe good menstrual hygiene will lead to problems, okay? So the importance of observing good personal hygiene is that it will ensure that that girl or that woman, okay, she will be able to while having her menses, she'll be able to function effectively without worries, without fear. It will help her to be in good health. Why is this so? Because inability to observe good menstrual hygiene can put that woman at a risk of coming down with infection. However, research and studies have shown that a lot of girls, a lot of women are still using unhygienic menstrual products or materials, such as rags. Some are using pieces of rags. Some are still using foam from their mattress. Yes, in the rural communities and even in the cities here, depending on the training that person got. Some use grass. Some use leaves. Do you understand? Some people are using it because of the economic hardship a lot of people find themselves, or as a result of poverty and their lack of education on menstrual hygiene. Do we understand? So that is why we have come today to educate you about this menstrual hygiene and the management. All right? So that if there's anybody, some people use toilet tissue paper. They still use it as, to during their menses. So this is to educate you that some of those unhygienic menstrual products are not good. They put that individual at the risk of coming down with infections, reproductive infections or urinary tract infections. Comfort. Those ones don't, they are those that have, the modern ones have adhesive, had something like a sticker behind it. Okay? Let's listen. It has sticker behind it. You remove it. Beautiful. Thank you. Who has seen this type before? Okay, whether you've seen this type or not, but most of the sanitary pads, they use the same principle. Okay, so the first and foremost is we have to learn the proper use of the menstrual products. Okay, to observe good personal hygiene, we have to get a good menstrual product. Okay, and this is an example. We call this one soft care. Okay, so when you bring out the pad like this, you have the pants you want to use. Can we use sanitary pad on G-string? A lot of young girls, they wear G-string. You cannot use it on a G-string. This is the adhesive it has that it comes with. Okay? Why we have to teach it for everybody to see? Because a lot of boys, they have sisters. They see their sisters using these things and they'll be wondering, what are you always doing? What's that thing? They are very, very curious to know what it is. And I'm sure the sisters will be like, please, this is girls' talk. Move aside. They will not tell them. But today we are teaching you because there's no big deal in it. You have to know it so that you'll be able to help your sisters. There are some females, when they have their menses, before it starts, it comes with pain. Those are part of the complications of menstruation. It comes with pain, okay? It's called dysmenorrhea, okay? Painful menses. How many people experience painful menses here? How many people? It is not a bad thing. It depends on your body, your own body system. There are some that have their menses, they don't feel a single pain. There are some people have ovulation, they experience slight pain in ovulation. What did I say ovulation was? When the matured egg is released. It's released, okay? It's released from the ovary into the fallopian tube and it gets into the womb. That is ovulation. So when that follicle is bursting to release the egg, there's a slight pain that comes. Some people feel that pain, while there are some people they don't feel it. Now we're talking about menses. Before the menses starts, when the cervix is the opening, the doorway to the uterus. When that uterus is about to open slightly for the blood to begin to flow, it comes with pain. Some people can feel the pain. Those who have very high pain threshold, they easily feel pain. They may feel that pain. That pain may be very severe for them. When it comes, they will not be able to do anything. They will not even be able to come to school that day. It comes with severe abdominal cramps. Yes, oh my God. It comes with severe cramps, severe pain. Some people even throw up. Some develop fever that period. Okay? So when these things happen, they need people to assist them. That is where the brothers, the young boys in the house, they come in. You can say, please, I cannot wash plates today. I'm not feeling too well. And you will understand what that person is going through, what your sister is going through, and you can assist her. Isn't it? She can be the pain can be so severe that she can't even go and buy her sanitary pad. Because you have been taught and know what the sanitary pad and the different types, you can assist her to go and purchase one. Do we understand? Okay, so let's go back to how it is used. So once you open it, ensure that your hands are clean. You wash your hands before you do it because it's supposed to be clean and sterile to some extent, to a large extent, okay? So you remove the adhesive, get the pant, spread it out, remove the adhesive, okay, and place it on the pants, okay? The front of the pants to the back. That's the seat of the pants, okay, that houses the vagina, okay, and the buttocks area. You place it there. Then you remove the second adhesive. I've seen somebody that has worn this, place this thing and just use it like that without removing this. Blood will not be able to flow onto this absorptive part. It will just stay here, then flow out, and then still the person's pants will still get stained. So you have to remove this part, this adhesive here. Once you remove it, you clip this behind the pants, the one side of the pants. You clip this on the other side, and it sits like this on the pants. Do we understand? Yes. Have you seen how to use it? Yes. Then you pull up the pants, and it stays there. So depending on the person's flow, it will last the person from the time the person uses it. If by afternoon time it is soaked, you can change it and use another one. If by evening time that's when it is soaked, you can remove it. But ensure you have your bath in the morning and in the night. Do we understand? Yes. These are part of the hygienic practices. You must ensure that when you are in your menses, you have your bath in the stale smell. It has what? A stale smell. And as a person is urinating, putting on the pants, urinating, the mixture of urine and the blood produces a more awful smell. So we must ensure that when we are menstruating, talk about breaking the stigma. Stigma are those negative thoughts that beliefs and maybe norms negative thoughts that people think about menstruation, negative beliefs that people have about menstruation. Whereas menstruation is a very normal thing. It's a very natural thing. But people think so much about menstruation as a taboo. What is a taboo? Nothing to even go near. Is it not so? So too many things happening in the life of a woman. So a woman needs support. A woman needs support by the PAs in the school. A woman needs support by the family. A woman needs support by the community. So the problem of having to say no, because this woman is having menstruation, you should not go to this place, or this function, should not enter this place, should be completely cancelled. Whereas a woman should be supported. Now that mood swings can lead to anxiety. Somebody is anxious, what is going to happen? Am I going to be stained? I am on my menses. Am I going to be stained? So that person might stop coming to school. So it results to absenteeism in school. I think they used to say women first. Is it? Is it not so? Women are supposed to be treated as princesses. Now the boys so as kings. Is it not so? Okay. So the school needs to sit up and then provide that, because that serves as a support to them.